This is Karen Tully continuing to report from the Republican Women of Baltimore County members meeting. And we have someone that is extremely important for the Dan Cox Gordana Schifanelli ticket to win the governorship. We have Zack Worrell, and word is that you have won quite a few other elections.
Yeah, so starting in 2013, I ran and won a House of Delegates race in Virginia. And then in 2014, you may have heard of this when Eric Cantor, the House Majority Leader, lost a primary to somebody who was an unknown who spent no money. That was me. We did that. And I won three more congressional races in Virginia. And then I thought that it'd be a good idea to go to law school, a good way to spend a bunch of money. So I did that for 3 years. And by the end of my 3 years, I realized, you know what? If not now, when? If not us, who? And so I'm back in the fight.
Well, you're a winner. So I would assume that you would analyze a campaign prior to take on such a great role. Why did you decide to be the manager for this, for Dan and Gordana?
So the first thing I said when I got the text message, it started as a text message, hey, do you want to manage a campaign in Maryland? I said, guys, I went to law school. I'm a lawyer now. And then it was like, okay, you know what? I do kind of miss home. I was in Austin, Texas. I sweat bullets naked in a snowstorm, right? And it's been 100 degrees for 100 straight days. My parents are begging me to come home at least to visit. And then I get this text that says, hey, do you want to come manage a campaign in Maryland? And the first thing I said was, absolutely not. I'm not doing it anymore. And then I thought, it would be kind of fun to do this in Maryland. And then I actually sat down and looked at the numbers, and I realized this is eminently achievable. It's not, I'm not going to say it's easy, but the path to victory is very obvious, and I believe that we can get it done.
Well, we've had other Republican winners, and we had Hogan, we had Bob Ehrlich, and Ellen Salabray. People say that she won the election. So it can happen, and with what's happening in the world today, with all these issues, I think we have a good chance. So what would you say are some of the main issues that Dan and Gordana can accomplish in Maryland, and why can they win?
So the top three issues, and it's hard to believe that three issues can basically unite an entire state, but the big three issues are reducing crime, fixing our education system, getting that CRT and gender ideology out of the schools, and the economy. I don't know a single, I know a couple Democrats who might think that everything's okay right now, but that is a huge problem for them when it comes to turnout. And just to illustrate the mathematics behind my decision, do you know how many votes Larry Hogan got in 2014 to win his primary?
No.
90,000. Do you know how many votes Dan Cox won with? Over 150,000.
Wow. Say that again.
So Larry Hogan in 2014, remember when Republicans can't win, we don't have a shot, he won with 90,000 votes in the primary. Dan Cox won a larger majority with 150-some thousand votes in the primary. That is a huge turnout indicator that we have a big advantage going into this race. And if you look at the numbers, Ben Jealous and Anthony Brown both received more votes in their primaries than the current nominee Wes Moore did, despite the fact that Wes Moore spent $7 million. He received fewer votes than the last two nominees for Democrats, and Dan Cox, other than an unopposed Larry Hogan in 2018, has the most votes that I can find.
Zack, you know both Dan and Gordana, so you see them as a team. Why do you feel that they would be the best team to lead Maryland into a more solvent and safe state?
So Dan obviously has experience in the government. He knows how it works, and he knows that which is possible from his position in governor. So it's really good to have somebody in the governor's mansion who knows how the Capitol works. And with Gordana, her life story is so incredible. Fleeing, I believe it was Serbia?
Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia, the former Yugoslav Republic now. Her backstory is incredible, and I also happen to be an economics major turned lawyer, just like Gordana. So, I realized we see the world in a lot of very similar ways, and I believe that her story is so compelling. She fled a country literally destroyed at the hands of the socialists that were running that place and the Soviet system. She comes here, and within her lifetime, we are on the precipice of losing the same.
Yeah, she said she does parallels all the time. I think that's why she is so impacting. So, Zack, really, what can we do? How can we help? Where can we go to get more information? How can people help you?
So the way that we're going to win this is at the doors and on the phones, talking directly to voters. That is the best way to spread the message. All of the money that we're going to see on TV, I fast forward that stuff. In fact, I don't even own a TV right now. So I'm happy to let Westmore spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on TV, and we are going to do the extremely hard work of actually talking to real voters directly. That's the first thing that's going to happen. Yes, ma'am.
Let me just say that I think that's one of the appeals of Dan. Well, first off, Dan has 10 children, so he is out to help the kids. I think they are down-to-earth people that want to knock on doors, that want to help the people. They are the people's people.
Dan Cox is a normal guy who busts his butt every day to make ends meet, to put food on the table, to keep his business going, and he has decided to add to the sacrifice of having 10 children. He is running for governor while maintaining his business. He's not some highfalutin Martha Vineyards fly like Wes Moore. He's not. He gets it. He knows normal people. If you've been flying around with Oprah Winfrey for 15 years, there's only so much connection you can have with the average person.
Well, I interrupted you before, and I'm sorry. You were saying there were 3 things that we could do to try. You said one. Well, it's number 2 and 3.
Door knocking, phone calling, and donating.
Okay.
It's not about having a lot of money. It's about having enough money. We don't need $10 million to win this race. In fact, with digital advertising and the new economy and the internet, it does not cost these huge sums of media buys to win elections anymore. And the way that I won these races in Virginia, despite everybody saying it's impossible, you don't have any money, you can't win, you're down 30 points, the way we won it is at the doors and actually talking to voters. You would not, every single person that hears this, if you come door knocking with me, you are going to have multiple people tell you at their door they've never had somebody actually ask them for their vote. And that's what we're going to do.
So how do we contact the campaign?
So the best way to get in touch with the campaign is info@dancoxforgovernor.com. If you want to come volunteer, you can send a message to that, and we will get you in touch with your regional coordinator or your county coordinator. If you have an event that you think might be useful for Dan to come to, you can email that to events@dancoxforgovernor.com.
This will be on Facebook and some other medias, and I'll make sure that I get those sites so that people can actually get to you and help your campaign.
The last way that will absolutely help us seal the deal here is to give whatever you are capable of giving financially. Like I said, I don't need a lot of money. I don't need every single person in the state to give me $6,000 to win this thing. We can do it if we're smart and we follow the plan, and that's what I'm here to execute.
Well, thank you so much. God bless you. God bless the campaign. You're a winner. Dan and Gordana are winners, and we are going to win this election.
I wouldn't be here if there was any other outcome I believed was possible.